look at an opponent, did you look at them like they were human or meat?
Nothing. I've got no care for the person whatsoever.
And was your intention to win or to hurt?
Hurt. I didn't care about the winning.
Mick Terrill has beaten every man that he has faced in brutal bare knuckle fights. 11 fights, only 1 defeat, which he avenged in the rematch.
So for some reason, maybe it was the pressure that Terrill...
And Mick Terrill will soon cement himself as the baddest man in bare knuckle. But before that, he has a mountain in front of him. That mountain is big Ben Rothwell, 6'4", 130 kilograms, with 53 mixed martial arts fights. Ben Rothwell can fight, beating men like Josh Barnett.
You're the first guy to ever submit Josh Barnett in an MMA fight. This is a gigantic feather in your cap.
But this is bare knuckle. This is Mick Terrill's territory. And what about the new threat looming on the horizon? The fast-rising, explosive Leonardo Perdomo, nicknamed the Cuban Mike Tyson. Perdomo has won all 6 fights and all by knockout in the first round. Later in the video we'll take a look at his new danger man. So Mick Terrill was born in June 1983 in Tyne and Wear. He has become a formidable presence in the BKFC heavyweight division. His journey to combat sports began in his youth, where he developed a passion for martial arts. He trained extensively in kickboxing and Muay Thai, disciplines that laid the foundation for his striking prowess and his fierce competitive spirit. You can already see in Mick's kickboxing days he has good fast hands, nice combination punching, and that uppercut was there at the very beginning. And his kicks too were definitely brutal.
If I can take a punch or a kick, then that kind of makes me like kind of a little bit tough, right?
Stupid, I would have thought.
What was your Thai boxing record?
Full Thai, I think I ended up having 37 fights. I think I lost 4.
And how did you win most of them fights?
My first 10 fights I was knocking everybody out.
So Mick transitioned into bare knuckle, where he very quickly made a name for himself. He debuted in the BKB in 2016 with a knockout win over Carl Cook. Another win followed over Danny Batchelder, although Mick was flawed, but again he showed his toughness and he got up to win with a stoppage over Danny due to the severe cuts. And then Mick faced the very tough John Lewis from Middlesbrough. Mick won an exciting fight in round 2, becoming BKB heavyweight champion. Mick also fought John Lewis with gloves on.
Fought a lad called John Lewis, Big John Lewis, and it was in a glove boxing fight. It was a 4-man tournament. I got John in the final, and I remember I dropped him with an overhand right, and I snapped my thumb clean there, and that bone there split into 3 bits.
Mick continued his bare knuckle career by joining the BKFC. On his debut, he lost to the skillful Arnold Adams by a stoppage. He would fight Adams again in a rematch, but this time for the world title. And in between the fights with Adams, Mick would beat Sam Shoemaker by stoppage. He would also beat the extremely tough Steve Panda Banks. Panda was also a former Muay Thai fighter, and he always came to fight. Then came the rematch with Arnold Adams, the only man to beat him, and this time it was for the BKFC World Heavyweight title. Another massively exciting fight with Mick suffering 2 cuts, but as always digging deep to get the stoppage in round 4. During this time there was another fighter climbing the ranks and making headlines, knocking out all 6 of his opponents in the first round. So let's take a look at the exciting Cuban Mike Tyson, who has exploded onto the scene. Hi everyone, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't subscribed, it would mean the world to me if you would please hit the subscribe button, as actually 80% of my viewers haven't subscribed yet, and it's all free, it won't cost a thing. And my next goal is to get the 100,000 subs, so thank you very much if you do subscribe. Please leave a comment and hit the thumbs up button, as it really helps with the channel. Thank you so much. Rising Cuban sensation and danger man Leonardo Perdomo is a very fast, aggressive, Tyson-esque fighter who is making waves in the heavyweight division. He savagely stopped Stephen Panda Banks in the first round with an explosive display of speed, power and elusiveness. With his extensive amateur boxing background with over 200 fights, he looks like he could be a serious threat to the heavyweight division. He looks very hard to hit, aggressive, fast, and with that Cuban boxing background, is he the biggest threat to the heavyweight division? But back to the champion, Mick Terrill. And in his first defence, he would take on the brash American Lorenzo Hunt. In the build-up, Hunt had tried to play mind games with Mick, sitting in Mick's chair at the press conference and then pushing Mick's head. Mick kept his calm and waited for fight night, and when fight night came, he floored and stopped Hunt, who claimed an injury upon falling on his arm. Mick's next challenger for the BKFC heavyweight crown is Big Ben Rothwell. At the time of this video, the fight is just 2 days away. I predict a win for Mick. He has the experience, the speed advantage, the boxing skills, and he has the power to hurt Big Ben. And all of Mick's 10 wins have been by stoppage. But Ben Rothwell will come to fight. He'll be the biggest opponent of Mick's career, and he could give Mick a tough fight. But I can see Mick getting a stoppage in round 3 or 4. But as always, I hope both men come out in good health and go back to their families safe and sound. Please leave a comment and let me know your thoughts on the fight as well. Let me know what you think will happen, who you think will win, how you think the fight will go. As much as people appreciate Mick Terrill's toughness and his fighting ability, I think they also really appreciate his humbleness, as I myself do. He's very much like a lot of men from up that way, men like Richie Horsley, Ian Freeman and Ernie Buick. And Mick Terrill will go down in history not only as one of the North East's toughest fighters, but as one of Britain's and the world's toughest bare knuckle fighters.